Good morning. Let's go.
We are off. That all went very smoothly. Bye-bye, Miami. And we're sailing. The engines are officially off. Did you name the dinghy, Tim? Did you officially name the dinghy?
What do you guys think? Bob, Carl, Inigo Montoya?
The further from Florida we get right now, the less of that storm we have to deal with.
On the camera how giant these swells are. Like it swallows the whole boat when you go above it. Pretty crazy.
Already traveled 81 miles to try and go 47 miles, backing into it. We're just gonna have to anchor here at some point.
Hey there, I'm Kelsey, that's Tim, and this is the story of our adventure. Life is fleeting, and we want to squeeze every bit out of it. We are wandering the world, so home is a bit of a moving target for us. We love finding the random, the remote, and sharing it all with you. So subscribe to get lost with us and hopefully find some inspiration to go after your own dreams.
Welcome back.
The last time we left you, we were doing a whirlwind errand run to Florida, and now it was time to get back to the Bahamas.
Good morning. And it is about 6:30 a.m. nautical twilight. So, or nautical sunrise, I think that's what it's called. Either way, enough light to go to the gas dock. So we have a wind pushing us a bit this morning. I was hoping it'd be glassy calm, but shouldn't be too bad. It's a self-serve gas station, which we haven't done before. So hopefully a credit card should work with no problems, and then we can head on out. It's been a super intense 4 days. We didn't even drop the rental car until like 7 p.m. last night. We're pretty exhausted, but wind's coming in for 5 or 6 days, and it's going to be the weekend. And so we want to be in cleaner water, and we want to be away from all these crowds. We've had 2 boats break loose just since we've been here these 4 days, and we've heard it on the radio, one right next to us, and then another one a little ways over here in this mooring field. So not a place we want to spend time, especially for the big blow coming up. So get fuel, get the heck out of here. And once we're in the Bahamas again, we'll worry about organizing the boat, putting everything away. We've got it good enough to sail. So basically just checking anything that could fall over. So yeah, good morning. Let's go.
We are off. That all went very smoothly. Filled up fuel a little bit in the water tanks, not too much because we don't want to be super heavy, and we have the water maker. We are towing Mick behind us. Hopefully he makes it across. We're going to let him out a little bit longer once we get out of all the traffic and everything in this harbor here. And yeah, we're going to bring him to David and Kendra, who you guys have seen on the videos. He's a nice little upgrade to their dinghy, and they'll give him a good home. But yeah, got some wind, and it's looking to be a nice day so far. Good job, Tim. Woo!
Yeah, just gotta get past a whole bunch of super yachts that, not even super yachts, just really nice big 80-foot yachts
Yeah.
that aren't even on AIS.
So
There's
much
2
traffic.
ahead of us, and I'm so confused how someone has a at least $10 million boat at AIS. Come on, guys.
They just don't want you to know who they are.
That's it.
Bye-bye, Miami. And we're sailing. The engines are officially off. We're still not out of this inlet here. But we're sailing, so that's cool. See how long it lasts today. Did you name the dinghy, Tim? Did you officially name the dinghy?
I don't know. What do you guys think? We don't know. He doesn't have an official name yet. He's got to come to you, you know?
Yeah.
And right now, I feel like he's kind of from like the Midwest, I feel like. I
Yeah.
don't know why. Because he's like just gray colors and all that. Is his name Bob? Carl? I don't know. Amigo Montoya?
Some people said like the Gosling.
There goes the wind.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the Gosling. I like it, I like it.
he's Ryan Gosling. Fishing lines are on. Well, we are almost there. I can see land. It was a good sail. We sailed probably about half of it, and then the wind just wasn't cooperating, and so we've had the motor on for a bit, but we did catch a mahi-mahi. I don't know if we got any video of it because it happened so fast, and then when you get those things on board, you just have to like lay on them, and this one, I got it gaffed, I got it on board, and then it broke the hook and got off the gaff, and it looked like a murder scene back there, just blood everywhere. So yeah, we got that cleaned, and we'll have fresh mahi for dinner. But it's pretty cool. Our fishing wasn't in vain. Yay! And we're almost there, and we are both absolutely exhausted, but happy to be back in the Bahamas.
We dropped anchor just as the sun was setting. We're so happy to be back on the Great Bahama Bank.
Yeah, I felt really good, and after some sleep, it was time to make some miles towards somewhere a little bit safer for the upcoming weather. Good morning. We slept here last night, and it was fairly rocky just because it's kind of exposed, but much better than on the open ocean side, which would have been really rolly. So not a bad place to sleep. We got one neighbor sometime late in the middle of the night. You can see back there in the monohull. It's beautiful sunrise this morning, and we've got quite a bit of wind. So that's the plan this morning. We're gonna move and get to somewhere that we want to hang out for a little bit, and there is actually a bigger storm coming, so we'd like to get somewhere that we can kind of be protected.
Yes, the big storm is in the States right now, and it's like cyclone, hurricane level winds, but in like heading across the US right now, which is crazy. The hurricane channel that we watch said that the reason he's covering, it's an Instagram channel, but he specifically is like for boaters in Florida and the Caribbean, warning about hurricanes, etc. He was saying the reason he's covering is because it's like 970 millibars, and at that pressure, it would be like a Category 2 hurricane, Class 2, whatever. I'm
if it
tired.
was over water, right?
If it was over water. And so it's picking up a little water in the Gulf and putting it over the U.S. So pretty interesting. Not like, we're not worried about it for safety at all. It's not that kind of a issue, it looks like, when it does get here. But it could lock us down for a few days. So it's windy, but we're on the Bahama Bank at the moment, so it's nice and flat. So a good day to make some miles, I think. It'll be windy but chill. Throw a reef in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the further from Florida we get right now, the less of that storm we have to deal with in a couple days. So.
And also, yeah, we're not, as you can see, there's not, besides being on the Bahama Bank, there's not much protecting us from the east. So we have an island to our west, but nothing to the east.
Yes.
So here we go. And we actually can't catch any fish today because we have no room.
Everything,
to
the end
put a
is full.
fish.
There's no room at the end.
Unless we literally eat it right there.
Yeah.
We can't.
Which,
We could, but we can't. Alright, I had to put on my headset because it is quite windy today. We're seeing about 20 knots, sometimes a little above, sometimes a little below. And that just makes for very bad audio when I talk to you. So having the headset, you at least can hear me. Yeah, so it is windy. We are making progress. Of course, we're going into it, so we're just tacking back and forth. But very happy to be on this Bahama bank because even though it's windy, the waves just do not get as big. So yes, we're bashing into it, but it is so much better than being out in the big ocean where it's just like these huge swells and it stops all of our progress. Here, it slows us down, but it doesn't completely just every once in a while just stop you, and then you have to build up speed, and then you get stopped again, and then you have to build up speed. So it's good. Nick is doing good back there. He's flying around. Not much to see. We're not fishing, like I said earlier, because we don't have any room for more fish, so we can't fish. But yeah, just trucking along. That's the update for right now. Windy.
Hey guys, it has been another very long day. We have already traveled 81 miles to try and go 47 miles, tacking into it. And we're just gonna have to anchor here at some point, somewhere next to a sandbank to hide from the storm. But yeah, I wanted to give a little update.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. Well, it's been a long 6 or 7 days.
Yeah.
We pretty much went from that 3-day passage right into running errands, flat out, and then an all day into the evening sail to get to the Bahamas, and then now is our next big day. Tomorrow is another big day because Monday a really bad storm is coming, and it's the one that's hitting the US right now that had like hurricane speed winds. So we need to get to a safe spot. So we're gonna call it a night here in a minute.
Yeah, after a really long and exhausting day, we actually dropped anchor in the dark next to a sandbank that was preventing some of the bigger waves from hitting us. And as sandbanks do, they're always moving. So despite the charts saying that we should have a good 15 feet of depth, the keels actually touch sand. So we pulled up the anchor, moved a little further out, and settled in for what would be a night of no sleep.
Yeah, we made some ramen real quick, and like Tim said, we didn't get a whole lot of sleep, so as soon as the sun was up, we were ready to hopefully make it to where we were trying to get to yesterday. It was windy and rough out here, but we were still on the Bahama bank, so the swell really doesn't get very big. But we had to go out a cut and into the real ocean today. And that's where things got a bit more spicy.
Well guys, it's been quite a day and night, and now another day. We are just trying to get somewhere because there's a big northerly blow coming, so that is why we are continuing on. Yeah, we're just going to focus on getting to where we need to be, and then we'll tell you about it. Woo. I think you can really tell on the camera how giant these swells are. Like it swallows the whole boat when you go above it. Pretty crazy.
Finally, we made it to safety. We tucked in and over the next couple of days, hunkered down. Glad we had pushed to get here. When things calmed down, Tim cleaned to the bottom. And then it was time to get a move on. And of course, that meant there was no wind.
Alright guys, today it is a very light wind day. We're not really sailing. We'll see if we're able to at all or not, but...
We can, it's just we'll be doing 4.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
It's actually nice and relaxing after the last couple of sails we've had.
Yeah.
They've been quite hectic. But that means that I can finally put on our new and very exciting Mantis chain hook. So I'm going to try to get the old little hook. I'll show you what we've had. It's a little scary. And we'll put on the new Mantis chain hook, which
Yes.
I'm so excited about.
The Mantis style is, load rated, tested, big old snap. And so we like it because it's a closed system once it's closed. A lot of the chain hooks are literally just like fingers like this of metal, and you hook on the chain. But our biggest worry is, when there's tidal currents, you go up and over your chain, and if that hook comes undone, now the load of your boat is actually just hanging on the windlass, which is not meant to handle it. So yeah, we feel much better having a closed system. So when they came out with this, we were super excited.
Yeah, and it's much easier for me to do up there because it's like bigger. The one that we have now is hard to get out and hard to get off and on. So this is going to be so much better, so much easier, and then I won't wake up at night thinking, oh gosh, the whole boat is resting on that little tiny thing. So I'm excited to put this on. Here it is. Oh. So let's go see if we can get the old one off first. So this is what we used to have. I don't know if you can see it very well with. Alright, one off. Gotta put the next one on. So easy. There's a place to safety wire it, so we're gonna do that, and then we're all good.
That chain hook has been a huge upgrade. It's so nice to know that we have like a weight-rated closed system on the chain.
Yeah, and like I hoped, it is so much easier to get on and off up there for me, so very nice.
Yeah, we made our way south towards Andros Island, which is really cool and not so many people or cities, but it was covered in smoke due to a lot of fires, so we didn't really want to hang out there too much. We were sailing down into what they call the tongue of the ocean. It's an area that, because of the Bahama Bank, is insulated from any sort of sound waves, and so the U.S. military does mock battles in submarines with other countries' militaries and, of course, our own, because there's such like sound protection around it. It's really an interesting, super deep little pocket of the ocean.
Yeah, and we had it perfectly calm while we were out there. We ended up catching all barracuda, nothing else, unfortunately. And we spent the night at this little island, which was neat. And then we were back to someplace we had already been, Little Farmer's Key, which was pretty crazy to have made it all that way. It had been really rough getting back to the Bahamas, so we were feeling pretty beat up. So we decided to go to one of our favorite anchorages, and we spent a few days just hanging out with friends, diving, and just enjoying where we were.
Absolutely. One of the reasons we were so exhausted is we were trying to get back this way so we could meet up with these friends and give them Mick. So we were so happy that Mick was going to some awesome people and that they would enjoy it and be able to really use it and get the life left out of them. And it was the end of lobster season, so we were on the hunt to try and catch a few last ones as a treat before the season closed.
Yep. Okay, this is something I've been wanting to find for a while, and some friends pointed it out, so we got this one thanks to them. But it is called a slipper lobster. I've seen Spanish lobster, I think maybe too, but they're just wild. They have the tail of a lobster, but it's like an alien thing, and they usually hang upside down. But this is the first one I've ever seen, and I'm excited to try it. So pretty cool.
Woo!
Yeah, time was winding down on our visas for the Bahamas, so we had to figure out where we were going and what country we were going to next because genuinely we hadn't actually planned that much.
Yeah, absolutely. But we are going to save that for next week's episode. So thank you, as always, for watching, guys. Thank you so much to our patrons, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.